CIET NCERT presents AudioBook, Our Wondrous World, Textbook of Environmental Studies for Grade 4.
Page number 33, Unit 2, Life Around Us. At the top right corner of the page, a picture of worldly art is given. About the unit, nature is home to a variety of plants, animals, birds, and insects, each playing an important role in our world. Through observation and hands-on activities, students will explore the unique features of different plants and animals, understand their interdependence, and develop a deep appreciation for the environment. Through observation and experience, students will imbibe the spirit of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the world as one family. This unit highlights the connection between nature and culture, showing how traditional practices are associated with different aspects of nature. From studying plants and animals to discovering tribal art and medicinal plants, students will engage in meaningful experiences that promote conservation and sustainable living. Interactive activities, including festivals and games, will help students recognize the harmony in nature and their role in protecting it. At the bottom of this page, a picture is given in which there are several animals and birds. The picture also has a river and many trees in it. Page number 34. Note to the teacher. This unit consists of Chapter 3, Nature Trail, and Chapter 4, Growing Up with Nature. The key concepts covered in these chapters are listed below. Chapter 3, Nature Trail, guides students to explore the variety of plants and animals around them and study their unique features. It shows how all animals and plants are deeply connected to each other. Students will observe the birds, leaves, and animals and play the Web of Life game to understand the interdependence in nature and society. A variety of engaging activities and safety lessons help them appreciate and care for the natural world. Chapter 4, Growing Up with Nature, portrays how nature and culture are deeply connected in our daily lives. From the food we eat to the traditions we follow, students will discover some unique features of trees, flowers, tribal art, and medicinal plants while learning about the ways and means of sustainable living. They will also learn the medicinal values of different plants through some engaging activities and safety lessons that will help them appreciate and protect their environment. At the bottom of the page, a picture is given where people seem to be living in a village in cottages and are engaging in different kinds of art outside their houses. On the right corner of this page, there is a column that says, Teacher to Facilitate. Teacher and students will collect various samples from nature, such as leaves, seeds, flowers, etc., and may use in various activities. Arrange nature walks, role plays, and Web of Life games, and prepare observation sheets for students to record footprints, movement of birds, and plant details. Provide materials for leaf tracing, natural dye making, and traditional house models, and guide students in food picking activities and nature-inspired crafts. Organize visits to nature parks, farms, or plant nurseries, or invite experts from community or farmers to interact with students about nature conservation and traditional practices. At the bottom of this column, a picture is given in which a rural woman is painting. Page number 35. Chapter 3, Nature Trail. On top of the page in the left corner, a QR code is given which will lead you to epathshala.nic.in. On the top of the page in the right corner, a picture of a jeep safari is given. Have you ever seen a banyan tree with its hanging roots touching the ground? A colored bird diving into the water, a spider weaving its web, butterflies flying around a flower. Under this, 4 pictures are given. The first picture is that of a banyan tree with long hanging roots touching the ground. The second picture has a colored bird diving into the water. The third picture has a spider's web and a spider in it. And the fourth picture has flowers with butterflies around them. Nature is full of amazing animals and plants. Let us explore more about them. The adventure begins. The students, along with their teacher, got ready for a nature trail at Pachmadi, Madhya Pradesh. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given with a note to the teacher. Encourage students to locate Madhya Pradesh on the map of India. Page number 36. On the top of the page, a picture is given in which a teacher is talking to her students inside the Pachmadi Biosphere Reserve camp. As they reached the forest entrance, the students got excited to see a lot of tall trees and chirping birds. Abha, welcome to Pachmadi. Teacher, this is Abha Didi, a nature scientist who studies plants and animals. She will guide us in exploring the forest. Students, Abha Didi, will we see monkeys, deer, snakes, eagles and tigers on the way? Abha, that is what we have to find out. We must also make sure that we do not harm the plants and animals in the forest. Page number 37. Right. 1. Can you think of rules that should be followed while you are in a zoo or a forest? For example, A. We should not feed birds. 3 more spaces named B, C and D are provided. Here, you can write the rules which you think should be followed when you are in a zoo or a forest. Now look at the safety rules given below and match them with your list. Have you missed out any of the rules given? Safety rules. At the bottom of the page, a box is given which has pictures as well as written words. The title of the box is Do's and Don'ts. 1. Please be careful in a new place. 2. Please do not tease animals. 3. Please do not feed animals. 4. Please do not damage trees and flowers. 5. Please do not bring pets, firearms, or any kind of weapons. 6. Please do not bring polythene bags. 7. Please do not damage public utilities. 8. Please do not throw any garbage in the forest. The pictures in and around the box are those of a deer, a monkey, butterflies, flowers, parrots, and so on. Discuss. Why are these rules important to be followed? Page number 38. The students hopped onto the jeeps. As they entered the forest, they saw a variety of plants and animals. The rest of the page has a picture of a forest with birds, animals, and big trees. Page number 39. Activity 1. Animals in the forest. Look closely at the picture and identify the animals. You may take help from your teacher. Divide them into two categories. 1. Animals on land. A space is provided after this for you to write your answers in. 2. Birds in the sky. Again, a blank space is given for your answers. The rest of the page has a picture which has different kinds of birds, animals, and trees. Page number 40. Write. Name some animals, including the birds that you have seen. Write any one feature of each of them. Under this, a table is given containing 2 columns and several rows. The first column is name of the animal and the second column is feature. 2 examples are done for you. The first example is elephant, and the feature of the elephant is a long trunk to take food and water. The second is sparrow, short and strong beak to crack seeds is the feature of the sparrow. There are 3 more spaces after this, and this table has to be completed by you. Indian giant squirrel is a big red-colored squirrel found in Pachmari and some other places. Under this, 2 pictures of the Indian giant squirrel are given. Write. Compare its features with the squirrels you see in your area. Blank space is provided for you to write your answers in. Page number 41. At the top of the page in the left corner, a box is given. It is titled, Do You Know? The spectacled monkey is the state animal of Tripura. The white patches around its eyes make it look like it is wearing spectacles. On the top of the page in the right corner, a picture of the spectacled monkey is given. The next stop for the jeeps was near a pond where students were excited to see more animals. Under this, a picture of a forest is given in which there are birds and animals of different kinds near the pond. Page 42. At the top of the page, a picture is given. The picture has a jeep safari going through the forest, some local village children playing with each other, and some birds and animals. Look at the bisons. They look like buffaloes, but they are stronger with shorter horns. Arya, I wonder which other animals come here to drink water. Look at these footprints in the mud. Which animal might have left these marks? Sarthak, maybe a deer or a tiger. Or a rabbit. I see one rabbit munching on grass over there. In the right corner of the page, a picture is given. This picture has 2 bisons. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has a note to the teacher. Discuss with students the difference between animals which look similar, like pigeon and dove, crocodile and alligator, and others. Page 43. Activity 2. 1. Look at the footprints and guess the name of the animals that you think must have come to the pond to drink water. Under this, a picture is given. This picture has 3 sets of footprints which belong to different animals and birds. 2. Observe and draw the footprint of any animal in the space given here. Under this, a blank space is given for students to draw inside. Sarthak wanted to know about a bird. It had a long tail and a large curved beak sitting on a tree nearby. Page 44. At the top of the page, a picture is given in which the teacher and the children are experiencing animals and birds together. Abha, that is a hornbill. It has a headgear growing out of its forehead like a horn. Hence, it is called hornbill. Some birds, like peacock, are colorful, while others, like owls, have sharp eyesight that helps them to see at night. Right. Name the birds shown below. Under this, pictures of 4 birds are given, and students have to write in the blank spaces provided the names of these birds. Page 45. Activity 3. Take different food items like grains, berries, fruits, nuts, etc. in a plate. Try to pick these food items using a spoon, a toothpick, or a pair of sticks. Fill the table below with appropriate tool or tools for picking each of these food items. At the top right corner of the page, a picture is given. This picture has a girl eating out of a plate using chopsticks. Under this, a table with 2 columns is given. The first column is the name of the food item and the second column is the appropriate tool or tools. There are 4 rows in this table. The first is grains, the second is berries, the third is nuts, and the fourth is pieces of fruits. In front of these, you have to write in the space provided what kind of spoon, toothpick, or sticks will you need to pick these up. It is interesting to know that birds have beaks and claws which help them in eating and other activities. An eagle has a sharp, curved beak and sharp claws to catch its prey, while a sunbird has a long beak to drink nectar from flowers. We can guess the eating habits of a bird by observing its beak and claws. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has a note to the teacher. You can use locally available food items and tools to relate the shapes of different types of beaks of the birds. For example, tongs or pliers resemble beak of sparrow. Page 46. This page shows 4 pictures of birds. They are eating different kinds of food. Different birds have different beaks, claws, and varying food habits. At the bottom of the page, we again have 4 boxes. Each box shows us one bird, the beak of that bird, the claws of that bird, and the food items that this bird prefers to eat. The first box has a parrot, the second has a duck, the third has an eagle, and the fourth has a sparrow. Page 47. Activity 4. 1. Bird diary. A. Go near a tree. B. Close your eyes and listen to the sounds of different birds. C. Now open your eyes and focus on one bird at a time. D. Observe how it moves, what it eats, and where it sits. E. Write your observations in a bird diary. For each bird, note the following. Under this, a box is given. This box contains the picture of a crow, and the text that it has is the name of the student, and a blank space is provided for your name, the date on which you are writing your bird diary. It has a space to write down interesting facts, and it also has a little space to write about the appearance of the bird about which you are writing. The categories that are given to you are head color, back color, wing colors, beak shape, throat color, and color of legs. Page 48. The top of this page has 4 pictures. The first picture is that of a fish. The second is that of a turtle. The third picture is that of a frog. And the fourth picture is that of a snake. 2. List the animals which live in and around water bodies. Fill in the table given below. Under this, a table of 2 columns is given. This has several rows. Columns are called name of the animal and movements. First 3 examples are done for you. The first row is fish and the movement is swims. The second animal is crab and the movement is walks. The third animal is frog and the movement is jumps. 3 more animals are mentioned in this table: turtle, crocodile, and snakes. You have to think about the movements of these animals and write them in the table. After this, there are 3 more blank spaces, so you can think about 3 more animals that live in and around water bodies and write about their movements in the table. Animals which live in water have special features to help them survive. Fish have fins to swim. The gharial, a type of crocodile, has a long, narrow and pointed snout to catch fish. Turtles have strong shells to keep them safe and webbed feet to help them swim easily. Frogs can live both on land and in water. Page 49. Tiny animals. A grasshopper suddenly hopped out from the grass. Everyone was amused. Arya, this is an insect. It has 3 pairs of legs, 1 pair of antennae to sense its surroundings. Insects also sometimes have 2 pairs of wings, as in the case of flies, grasshoppers, etc. Abha, like the grasshopper, you will find many insects in the forest, such as ants, beetles, bees, flies, praying mantises, butterflies, etc. Write 1. What are the insects that you find at your home and in your surroundings? A space is provided for you to write your answer. 2. Name the insects given below. Under this, a picture is given. This picture has 7 insects in it. You have to identify these insects and write their names under this picture in the space provided. Page 50. There is a wonderful diversity of animals in the forest, each one having its unique features. Activity 5. 1. During the visit to the nature trail, students collected leaves from different plants. Help them identify the plants based on the pictures of the leaves given below. Under this, pictures of 7 kinds of leaves are given. You have to identify them and write the names of these plants in the spaces provided below. 2. Observe the leaves of different plants in your neighborhood and fill the table. A table is given below. This has 5 columns. The first column is draw and name the leaf. The second is color. The third is shape. The fourth is texture. And the fifth is any other observation. The picture of a lemon leaf is drawn and the word lemon is written. The color of the leaf is green. The shape is oval. The texture is smooth. And in the column that says any other observation, strong smell is written. Similarly, you have to observe leaves of different plants in your neighborhood and fill the table. Page 51. Apart from different colors, textures and shapes, did you observe that the leaves also have different types of lines on them? These lines are called veins. The images given below show two different types of arrangement of veins. Under this, a picture is given. This has two kinds of leaves, show two different types of arrangement of veins. Page 52, Activity 6. Leaf autograph. Place a leaf on a notebook with the rough vein side facing up. Cover it with a plain sheet of paper. Rub a crayon over the paper and watch the leaf's shape appear like magic. Try this with different leaves and see how each one has its own unique pattern. Name the plant or tree to which the leaf belongs. At the right corner, top of the page, a picture is given. This is a picture of a leaf autograph. Let us play the game Web of Life. Have you ever wondered how all living beings are connected? Let us find out by playing a game. You just have to imagine you are a part of nature. Maybe a tree, a bird, or even the sun. At the bottom of the page, a picture is given. This picture has many children sitting in a large circle, holding yarn in their hands, which is interconnected with each other's yarn. Page 53. This page has several pictures. The first picture is that of grass, then elephant, deer, vulture, cockroach, watermelon, snake, ant, a banyan tree, a kingfisher bird, seeds, a sparrow, the sun, a lion, a water body, and wind. At the bottom of the page, a rectangular box is given which has a note to the teacher. Help the students understand and discuss the role they play in the game and help them find the connections and interdependence with each other in nature. Page 54. How to play. 1. Each player gets a card with the name of a plant, animal, or natural element. 2. One player starts by holding a ball of yarn and think about their connection to other player with similar cards. 3. For example, a tree provides food for a bird or a river supports a fish. The yarn is passed to that player while the first player still holds on to its thread. 4. The web keeps growing as more connections are made. 5. Now, what if one part of the web disappears? Try removing a player, like a missing deer for a tiger or a plant for animals. 6. Watch how the web weakens or collapses. It shows how everything in nature is connected. At the bottom of the page, a picture is given. This picture has large trees, a pond, and various kinds of birds in and around the pond. Page 55. Let us reflect. 1. Which animal would you love to be? What special abilities would it give you? 2. How do you think different plants and animals are dependent on each other? 3. What is the role of a nature scientist? 4. Solve the puzzle. Find the treasures of the forest. Under this, a picture of letters inside a box are given. These letters are jumbled and you have to find meaningful words. 5. Take on the challenge. Plan a nature walk with your family or friends in a nearby park. To prepare yourself as a guide, identify a few plants and animals and study their features and interesting facts which you can explain during the walk. Page 56. 6. Do an activity. Role play. Create a scene of a forest in your classroom where students can perform roles of plants and animals and of visitors. While enacting the play, focus on our role to protect animals and plants. 7. Let us make a paper turtle. Try using an old newspaper or used paper. Under this, 9 steps are given to make a paper turtle by folding newspaper. 8. Find out. Write the name of your state animal, bird and plant. Page number 56. Chapter
Our Wondrous World. You were just listening to this audiobook, Textbook of Environmental Studies for Grade 4. Narration, Divya Gupta and Dr. Gauri Srivastav. Sound recordist, Virendra Rawat. Assistance in production, Muhammad Shamim Khan, Arshad Ahmad. Directed and produced by Vimalesh Chaudhary. This audiobook is brought to you by CIET NCERT, New Delhi, India.